Work, 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 work. Yes, but what about the background? What about what I'm supposed to do when I'm craving sugar and when I've had a bad day? What about when I have an emotional breakdown? What about when my car broke down on me? What about when I got a bad grade at school? What now? Do I still do what I'm supposed to be doing? Yes, baby. Yes. The look eats, okay? If I had some nails on my hands, you couldn't tell me nothing. The look eats. Some of you guys are afraid to start. Some of the people that I've done consultations with, one of their biggest fears is the fact that when they hit the gym, they feel like people are going to be looking at them. And let me tell you something, ladies, not a soul is looking at you, okay? What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me while showing you guys the top 4 routines that people do in the gym, and I'm gonna name them for you really quickly. Number 1, we got weight loss. Number 2, we got fat loss. Number 3, we have bulking, and then number 4, we have shredding. For those who are just starting, this video is for you, but it's also for those who are in the intermediate phase too, because at the end of the day, we all go through different phases in the gym. Make sure to give this video, before you watch it, make sure to give this video a like, a comment, and if you would love to, please subscribe to my channel. That would really help. It's gonna be a get ready with me, so you're gonna watch me, get my little face ready and see your hair. Took a shower, so I'm really just about to do my face and my hair and just talk to you guys at the same time. Before I get into everything, I want to talk about my fitness journey in a nutshell. I've been working out since 2019. In 2019 is when I went to God and said, hey, like, I basically want to change my body. I feel like I'm not getting any better. I was dealing with a lot of, I wouldn't say disorders, but I would say I was dealing with habits that were not healthy. And when I went to God about it, I was just basically like, hey, I'm tired of this. I want to change. I feel like I haven't reached any type of level. I feel like you're kind of the only one that can help me get there. And that was the case, God is good regardless. I'm also gonna do my lashes while I'm at it. I might as well, because shoot, I'm trying to get pretty on the low. Put the scrub right here on my face. Y'all know the vibes. And I put the scrub on my face for about 15 minutes. After I did that, I washed my face off and put some butter on it to make it feel smooth and soft. Going back to it, in 2019, I was like, hey God, like, I've tried a lot of diets, I've tried a lot of things, and nothing's working. I'm gaining weight, I'm losing weight, and I'm developing a terrible relationship with food. I would say, I feel like that was one of the first times I ever heard the Father speak to me, basically verbatim. After all of that, I ended up falling in love with fitness. It ended up being a journey that was well worth it. This thing is not opening. I learned about patience, I learned about strategy, I learned about me, myself, my body, what my body can take, what my body cannot take. I learned about how to lift weights and how to cut, how to bulk, how to do all these other things. And my body has been through a lot of different changes, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see which one I want to do first. Do I want to do face, lashes, or hair? Let's do the hair. Y'all don't at me on my hair, okay? I currently look a mess. Usually, as like someone who's consistently working out, I like to wear my hair in braids, but I've kind of moved on from that phase, I would say. Let's go into it. When I started fitness, the first thing I wanted to do was lose weight. I said, okay, like, instead of like doing it the unhealthy way, I'm going to go the healthy route and take my time to see what it really takes, what it really requires. And the thing about like weight loss and all this stuff is some people get discouraged by it because they think that it might be a little too expensive. When the truth of the matter is, anything you're trying to prioritize, find a way to invest into that thing. So with me, it never really was a money type situation, more than it was a, hey, like, I need to get my life together. I started everything at home. I didn't have a gym membership. I wasn't going to the gym or nothing like that. It was just like, hey, like, I said, I'm gonna start, we gonna do this, and we gonna find a way to do it. I'll wake up in the morning, run outside, wake up in the morning, eat right, wake up in the morning, find out how many calories I need to be eating. It was just like that. And every day I was slowly but surely seeing progress. I was like, this isn't just quick progress, but this is progress that I can live with. This is progress that I can actually work with. It's one thing to be progressing, but then it's another thing to be progressing healthily. Wait on this little baby right here. Boom. I'm going to talk about weight loss first because that's the area where I started in, and I'll move into fat loss and bulking and cutting as well. If you are trying to lose weight, it is a lot easier and a lot more simple than trying to cut or trying to lose fat. You cannot target fat, which is why fat loss, I feel, is the hardest thing for me to do. I have the body type to where if I lose weight, I lose it all over, and if I gain it, I gain it all over. And everything is dependent on your body type. This weight loss is pretty straightforward, and I wasn't really focusing on fat loss or nothing. It was really making sure that my calorie intake was less. And this, you guys, what we call a calorie deficit. If you're trying to like lower down on size or downsize, calorie deficit is where it's at. Calorie deficit is basically where you're eating less than what you usually eat. Depending on your weight and on your height, you can tell whether someone is taking in too much or, you know, too little. If you're taking in too much, you're going to gain weight. If you're taking in too little, you're going to you're going to lose weight. And this is really the basis of downsizing and upsizing. So if you're a person who's trying to lose size or lose weight, a calorie deficit is always your answer. I know a lot of people like to see people like work on self-care and all that good stuff. I've been working on that this year and a little bit of last year because I feel like it has a lot to do with being a woman. Just being able to take care of yourself and how you look is very important. When it comes to weight loss, again, make sure that you're in a calorie deficit, whether that's through changing how you eat, eating cleaner, cutting down your portions. I don't encourage this, but if you want to lose weight, all you really got to do is change how you eat until you plateau, and that's where, you know, working out and stuff comes in. But I recommend losing weight the healthy way, which is through working out while losing it and eating clean while losing it. Some people, what they'll do is not work out, and on top of that, eat dirty or not the best, but lower their portion sizes, which in return helps them lose weight. But in return, it helps you gain all the weight back because you are not eating healthily. So let's talk about that real quickly. When it comes to weight goals or fitness goals, I cannot stress enough the importance of knowing the goals after your goals. What are your goals after you reach your goal? You can reach your goal, yes, and that is an amazing thing to accomplish. But if you go all hard on reaching that goal and never focused on the goal afterwards, you can easily gain all your weight back. So you want to focus on the goal after the goal. For those who are trying to lose weight, it's very simple. It's all about what you eat and really just upping your cardio intake, making sure that you sweat, what you eat, and how much you sweat. The key to weight loss. Alrighty, y'all, we are going to move on to fat loss now. Alright, so fat loss is what I'm currently on, and let me tell y'all, it is not an easy process because you cannot target fat. I know you probably heard people say this a lot, and people say it a lot because it is actually something that is true. I want to be careful doing this because, y'all, I've burned my face at least 3 times. When it comes to fat loss, because you cannot target fat loss is really dependent on weight training, but it is also dependent on what you eat. So again, with weight loss, you can eat anything you want and lose weight, but end result, am I getting the end results that I need? Will I gain it all back because I did it terribly, or, you know, will I keep my results because I looked at what I ate? But with fat loss, you cannot get away with that. I will explain to you as quickly as possible weight, fat, and muscle. So weight is a person's water, like what they carry, how they look, their size. Fat is what is on a person. So for example, this right here, fat, and then muscle is the amount of muscle a person carries. Fat is lost through protein intake and weightlifting. So let's talk about protein intake really quickly. The amount of grams of protein that you take in should equal your weight. Example, if I weigh 156 pounds, I should at least be taking in 156 grams of protein a day. This is the reason why we're putting on fat so much. The only thing you can replace fat with is muscle, which is why you want to be taking in your protein, because that's what's going to help you tone up and build muscle. Now, when I say build muscle, a lot of women get scared because they be thinking I mean bulk up. Y'all, I am not the bulky type. I don't like looking bulky, and I've looked bulky before, but that was because I didn't know what to eat when I was doing it. I've never had a trainer or nothing like that. I'm self-trained, but I am certified. Once I started actually, you know, doing the studies behind everything, like studying really what I was doing, that's when I found out, oh, like the reason you're bulking is because you're not eating what you're supposed to be eating. Like, as y'all can see, I'm not on the bulking timing. I'm best get some muscle in the back. Y'all see me get some muscle in the back. My goal is not to get big. No. My goal is just to be lean, toned, and thick at the bottom. You feel me? What you eat is important because what you eat is going to shape what you look like. So fat loss, you lose fat through what you eat. You up your intake of protein. Make sure that you're getting those grams in, and you work out a certain type of way. More cardio and more weights. They can be low rates, but higher reps. Before I go into any of that, I'm going to look at or talk about tracking really quickly. People track many different ways. They're rich people. I'm playing. But some people go the far efforts and they end up buying a scale that tracks the amount of food that they're eating, how many grams of protein is in that food, how dense the protein is, With me, I count my calories on the back of my meal, look at what it is. And I've just been doing this for so long that I can tell how much or how many calories is in a certain meal. In order to track your meals, there's many ways to do it. One, you can ask for a trainer or someone to help you, someone who knows what you're doing when it comes to tracking meals. Or, you know, looking at videos, seeing how to track certain things. It's not a hard process. Or downloading an app that will help you track as well. You can do one like MyFitnessPal. There's so many apps you can do. Tracking is important. However, don't stress yourself out about it because although it is important, it can be stressful if you do it a little like too much. It's easy to stress yourself out about it. Or, you know, you could always do this. This could be the best decision of your life. I am a fitness coach. I'm just throwing that in there. Also do meal plans. I'm just throwing that in there too. Just, you know, shoot my shot a little bit because this is what I do. Fitness plan, meal plans, and herbalism. Hey, hit your girl up if you're trying to change and sculpt your body, you feel me? We're going to move on to bulking now. To some women, that word sounds like a curse word. When it comes to bulking, the reason why people fail the most is because they don't know what they're doing. Now, when I did my accidental bulk, I was just lifting. So I was like, hey, I want to grow this booty, so I'm gonna lift. And I was lifting I won't say every day, but every other day. When it comes to lifting, sometimes I don't track what I'm doing. I just do it. I just do what my body's feeling. With this situation, I was lifting. And here's what happens when you lift. The more you lift, the hungrier you get. When it comes to eating, and if you're someone who is like, you know, fixing your eating habits and stuff like that, you want to start looking at food, right? When you lift and how much you lift is very, very important, right? If you're someone who wants to lift in the morning, be mindful that you will get hungry afterwards and you will want to eat afterwards. Compared to you're someone who likes to lift at night or you like to work out at night, be mindful that you might not be as hungry, you know what I'm saying? Which means less food is required, which means you're not spending as much. So be mindful of that, right? Be mindful of your workout schedule because it's going to impact how you eat, how much you eat, and all that other stuff. At the end of the day, we gotta listen to our body. I truly believe that yes, although you should follow the meal plan, if your body is hungry, girl, you better eat, okay? I ended up starting to put on more weight and that was terrible. Yes, like I wanted to get thicker, but I didn't want to get bigger per se or look bulkier. When it comes to bulking, what happens is you eat in a calorie surplus. For the calorie surplus, you basically practically eat more. So you're eating more, and you eating more, you are actually gaining or putting on weight. So there are a lot of women who saw that they wanted to be bigger and they go on bulks because they want to get bigger. For the ladies who want to get bigger, and you're naturally lean, you're not going to put on no muscle if you're not eating more, and that's just the truth. So you gotta make sure that you're eating. But for my ladies who are trying to, you know, take a little step back, but not lose booty, but take a little step back, but not lose like tone, but take a little step back, you're gonna have to go on a calorie deficit while implementing weight training and also protein intake, upping your protein intake. Protein is everything, y'all. That's why I'm so big on it, because it's so much more important than we know. Increasing your intake, your food intake, all the while keeping it healthy. There's something called a dirty bulk, and there's nothing clean about it. I've never done it in my life. Don't recommend it because, especially if you're someone who has bad habits. With bulking, all you're doing is increasing your intake while doing what we call heavy weights or hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is just basically upping your weights as you go. Am I on a bulk currently? Absolutely not. But am I doing hypertrophy? Yes, because I'm trying to put on muscle. But I'm also doing fat loss, so I can't just be eating more. I just don't feel like doing edges today. I feel like that's work, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna just leave it like this. Is my hair completed? No. Okay, no, it's not. But this is how we're gonna leave it because I don't have nowhere to go. So y'all heard me. I'm losing fat while gaining muscle. A lot of people do that, okay? It's not impossible. It's just very strategic. You have to be strategic about how much protein you're taking in. Yes, that can be a bit of a drag, you feel me? But at the end of the day, it's what I want to do, and I'm doing it. Let's hit our face really quickly. Let's hit the face, baby. Let's hit the face. I like to line my brows because it makes them look fuller. Maybe I have gone on a shred, but it wasn't for like a full body thing. It was more so for like my abs and stuff like that. But shredding is basically when you're not trying to lose weight per se, but you're trying to tone up. I feel like my ideal body is a shredded back, shredded arms, shredded abs, just a big old badonkey donk, like just a badonkey donk out of this world, to be honest with you. I think I'm definitely queen of building the glutes, but when it comes to like that upper body, y'all, that is a different ball game. Shredding is basically when you cut. I want to be cut. I want my arms to be a certain type of tone. I call it sculpting. It's basically like when you have a little piece of clay and you just start cutting off pieces of it. That's what shredding is. It's just sculpting the body to a certain, you know what I'm saying, degree. When it comes to shredding, I don't like it. It's probably one of my least favorites because am I against cardio? Absolutely not. I just don't prefer cardio. Can I do it, and will I do it? Absolutely. I'll absolutely do it. All right, so what I'm gonna talk about now is just the importance of having a plan. I talked about this earlier in my vision board video, the importance of writing a vision and making it plain. This is the look I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling a glossy brown with a little hot pink, Okay, QCs. Okay, I'm feeling that. Let's finish it off with a couple of colored top lip. A little on the bottom too. And now this a little bit of black. It is giving, and I'm liking it. Okay, the importance of planning. Yes, so write the vision, make it plain. I live by that. Okay, writing something down. I am more likely gonna fail if I don't write it down. When you write the vision, you're basically giving yourself specifics. That's way too much. Oh, that's even more. Specifics on how you want to do something. Since we're talking about the body. Let's say I want my muscles to be lean and cut and sculpt on the top of my body. I want a slim upper body with some muscle to it, but a thick lower body with some muscle, but also some fat, you know. So I gotta stay a little bit more ladylike. I say that I want that, I gotta write that down. And here's what happens when you have a plan or a fitness plan. You know what you want in your mind, but in order to implement something, writing it down makes it possible. Writing it down allows me to strategize, allows me to think, hey, like, what is this really gonna take? What exercises do I need to do to accomplish this? I got this for Christmas. Look how cute it is. Hold on. Okay, look how cute it is. Ooh. My God, that smells good. And this is why I stress having some type of routine or personal trainer or someone who can write your plan for you, because at the end of the day, if you want what you want, you have to be strategic about it. You know what I did when I got to the gym? I was watching people work out every day. I would wake up desiring to look at prototypes work out, and as I did that, I started building up and the strength to start working out at home. Once I got a membership to like the gym, fam was basically like, "Bet, look, Miracle." And I was like 17 at that time. The fam was like, "Look, Miracle, we going to the gym now. You gotta come along." Started going, and I started off like, you know, where you sit on the chairs and you lift like with the small weights. But I was looking at that Smith machine like, look, I'm gonna get to you one day, y'all. My 12s. My 12s. My 12s are running low. I went there and I was like, I looked at that Smith machine. I said, I think I can do this. I've seen it a million times. Let me try. I went up to that bar, I grabbed it, and I did my thing. And now look where I am now. Some of y'all focus too hard on the results. You know, I'm some of y'all. Okay, yes, I love what I end up seeing. But the growth and what I become and what I can accomplish, I feel like I can do anything up in there. Lastly, I know I said lastly the time before I said, when I said lastly. What did I just say? It's truly lastly, but I have to say lastly because I'm not done with this eye. With the gym comes your health. If you're really putting in the work to make results, you really think that you're finna just kill it by eating a burrito from Taco Bell? Let me shut up, like I don't be tripping too. Prioritization, okay? It's 2025. Priorities have to be set straight. Let me tell you something. With health, you want to make that a priority to such a point where it's second nature, it's habit, it's what you do. Prioritize your time. No longer should you be saying, I don't have time. No, because look, illness doesn't say that either. Buy your calendar, write down your days, write down the days your meal plan, come disciplined, follow the calendar, and then get to work. And this is the final look. I think I look really good, I'm not gonna lie. I look good. All right, thank y'all for listening. I am so glad that I was put in the position to be able to help you guys through the journey that I went through and the journey that I'm still going through. Hopefully everything makes sense when it comes to the different type of categories of working out. I wanted to simplify it because I know that some people don't know where to start. If you liked this video, like the video, not be afraid to ask questions and all that good stuff. Last but not least, definitely subscribe, okay? I think that's what I need the most. Just your subscription. Even if you don't watch my stuff, subscribe to it at least. Follow my Instagram, miracle_sales, and my business page, Combat with Miracle. All right, I'll see you guys at the gym. Love you. Bye.